I hear about people giving people money. How come no one has found me to give me money? What did I tell you last week when I did that video about the rapture? I said after the 23rd or the 24th or the 25th, wherever that date is, when that date comes and it goes, they're going to come out and say, oh, we got it wrong. Guess what? There's a new date for the rapture. Now it's the 5th or the 6th of October. These people are grifters. I am telling you, grifters. You hear me? Hope you're doing well. How are you? Welcome to my Wisdom Wednesdays. I challenge myself to put out a video every Wednesday talking about what I'm thinking about, whether I'm reading a book or the thoughts that come into my head or any lessons that I've learned, share. So today is Wednesday. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Yes, Rapture is still coming. In case you missed the the first one, I've got a video talking about people who think that the rapture is coming on the 23rd or the 24th of September. So the rapture did not come, and now these people have come out to say that it actually started with this guy from South Africa, and now he's doubled down to say that he got it wrong because of the Georgian calendar, and he's just a grifter, and people are listening to these people. And look, I'm one of the people that all of last week I got a lot of comedy from all the rapture videos. I was laughing my head off, but at some point I was thinking, okay, we can all do all the laughing and all, but I think these people have a problem. Only one or maybe two, I've only seen one or two of those people actually come out to apologize and say that we got it wrong. And one of them, I really felt sorry for him. I think he's got some other issues. He needs to sit down with somebody, like an expert, some sort of medical, mental health issues that he's got. Everyone else, they either just disappeared, didn't say anything, or like Pastor Joshua, just doubled down to say, no, we got it wrong. It was a test. We got the calendar, we are using a different calendar, and it's just, they're here to grift people and lie and steal from people. When I was in that video last week, I said I was going to talk about how people are leaving, especially the United States for now, how things are changing. A lot of people believe, and rightly so, that in the next few years, America as we know it will no longer be what it is. Like the empire is crumbling, and I think the UK is one of is in that category as well. If you've been paying attention, like in my videos, I always say that pay attention. That's one of the things we're here to do. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to nature, pay attention to what people are saying. While you're grounded in yourself, still pay attention, you know. So people are leaving. They are either leaving permanently or temporarily. Like when I went to see 5460, the play at the Okola Theatre, I met a lady, she was sat next to me, and she's an American who decided, she just packed up and she left, and she's traveling until she can decide what she's going to do. And I understand that that's a privilege. Not everybody has that money to just be traveling around. So my question to you then is, what are you going to do if where you live now becomes very uncomfortable? No jobs, no money, it's unsafe for you, unsafe for your children. What will you do? If you live in the UK, you know there's been a lot of conversations around the Reform Party. There's an election next year, and there's a high probability that the Reform Party will either gain more ground or will be in power. In that case, what are you going to do? Because now they are talking about revoking people's indefinite leave to remain. They're talking about removing that, extending the number of years where you're able to qualify for permanent stay. And because most of the politicians, the talking point is immigration, even though we know that the problem isn't immigration. The problem is the rich who are hoarding all the wealth. I mean, when they suggested that there'll be a tax increase, the rich people, like, put their foot down and they're like, I'm leaving the country. I don't want to pay more tax. You know, it's the rich people hoarding all the wealth and not redistributing the wealth amongst everyone else. That's the issue. The problem, the immigrants isn't the reason why you are not able to get proper health care. The immigrant isn't the reason why you're not able to get a job. The immigrant isn't the reason why you're not able to get access to your social security or social, what do you call that? Your gyro. Immigrants aren't the reason why you can't access your disability. Immigration isn't the reason. We know that. But the politicians keep lying to us, just like the grifters, the religious grifters. They're all the same, lying, while everyone is poor. Poverty is the reason. What the rich people and the politicians will do is get the poor people fighting each other. It's the same old thing. Look into history, it's the same thing. Nothing's changed. So my question to you is, what are you going to do? I feel that everybody falls into 3 categories. You either pack up your bags and you leave, or the category of the Pastor Joshua followers, you're waiting for somebody to come and save you. If you don't have a job, if you don't feel safe, if your mental health is all messed up, if you're in a very dire situation, I see how somebody like Pastor Joshua can lure people into believing that Jesus is coming. He's coming to save us. He's coming to rescue us from the mess that humans made. The third category is, these are people who are going to stay, wait it out. They're going to hunker down and just, because they have no choice. Share with me in the comments, if where you live now becomes uncomfortable, what category do you think you fall into? And what plans are you making? Share with me, because I don't know. I don't know what category I fall into at the moment. I'm like, should I? Okay, I've got my passports ready. If things get really difficult, where do I go? Maybe I'll travel temporarily. Maybe that's the category I fall into. I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe nothing will happen. Maybe all this AI stuff, maybe it's all a lie. But something tells me that things are changing and even things are going to get worse before it gets better. So, I don't know. What are we going to do? Share with me in the comments. Maybe I'll win the lottery. Maybe. That's another grift, isn't it? Let's go and make tea and get ready for my day, and then I'll tell you about the book I'm reading. Come with me. So this is the book I'm reading, All the Way to the River by Elizabeth Gilbert. I already cried. Look, I'm somebody, I cry so easily, like drop of a hat. Ooh. I've only just started, a couple of chapters in. I would say this book, so this is Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the author of Eat, Pray, Love. Remember, a few years ago, that came out as a film. It was made into a film, and that huge successful author. So she's come up with, this is her new nonfiction book, All the Way to the River. I would say it's a reflection of a recovering people pleaser. So there's a part in this book that I want to read to you. It will resonate because it also reinforces what we've been talking about. If you don't know who you are, you will get sucked into other people's madness, which I think is what's going on with the Rapture people and the Rapture hysteria. So this is the chapter, I Belong Here. It is revealing that I have said more about Raya. Raya is her partner who died 5 years ago. I've said more about Raya thus far in this book than I have said about myself, even though this is technically my book. How very typical of me to have immediately put my focus upon other. It is my way, it has always been my way, to become captivated by other people's charisma and madness and wildness and beauty, to disappear into their stories and become hypnotized by their existence, to become lost in a trance of themness, and to forget who I am, what I am, and where I stand. And I think if you don't know who you are, like I said in last Wednesday's video, if you don't know who you are, you get sucked into other people's madness, like their grift. This is a lie. This guy has been lying. It's not the first time he's come out to say the rapture is coming. Now he's come out to say it's the 23rd. Now he's saying it's the 6th. And there's still people following this, you know. it's important that you know who you are so you don't get sucked into other people's madness. Do you know that this woman, she, the money that she made from Eat, Pray, Love, she gave most of it away trying to please people, just randomly giving people money. I'm like, why? I hear about people giving people money. How come no one has found me to give me money? Like, I'm saying, I need all this money to live a good life. I need all this money to do good in the world, and no one is listening to me. No one is giving me money. Look, this is a public announcement from Landray. If you've got millions to give, send me a message, send me a private message, and send me the money. Because what? Just giving money away, just like that. So yeah, when I finish reading, I'll let you know how I feel about the book. But so far, so good. Elizabeth Gilbert, All the Way to the River. If you want to get it, I recommend it for sure. So that's me for today. Hope you've enjoyed everything I've chatted about. Hope you something resonated with you. If all that resonated with you is about you just getting to know yourself and being sure of who you are so you're not swept away by every wind of doctrine, that's enough for me. Please share, like my video, write something in the comments. Let me know that you're watching. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.